It's early. That's okay if I'm 6 minutes early. Okay, now, because for that 6 minutes, I could maybe clear up some of my mess here. Where's my lid? I'm going to find my lid. Oh, here we go. Put that lid onto this here glue and get that out of the way. And we'll move this glue out of the way. And then we'll move this glue out of the way. There we go. Now that's good. That's good. Okay. And we're going to use these today. These filler uppers. And let me put on some of my chapstick. There we go. Chapstick. Okay, now, and I never did figure out how to get YouTube on my phone. Hi, Candy and Gail. Hello, hello. Hello to the both of you. Yes, hello and greetings and salutations and happy to see you here. Absolutely thrilled half to death. And so, okay, let me see. I'm just getting an envelope ready for the door prize for later. And since I'm already 4 minutes early, can you just imagine? Sometimes I just shock myself when I get early. I shock myself. So, hi, Susan McDonald. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Yes, good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. And hopefully we will have a, let me see, where did I put this one on here? Yeah. Wait, I was looking for my little pouch of edgings. My little pouch of edgings. Oh, you know what I'll do? I have to put some edging or something on my envelope. Oh, you know what I don't know what I'll do. Lizzie, I sent you. Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't see yet your message, Gail. But if you I'm gonna try and do it every Wednesday evening. Today is Wednesday, isn't it? I hope so. But because sometimes I don't even know any of that stuff. And so but yeah, I ain't here now. But if you can't stay, that's understood. If you can't stay, that is so understood. And so, and it's all okay. And so, put these here, put this here, and put this here, and put this here. Okay, I'll ignore it. When I see it, I'll ignore it. Okay, I know how to ignore stuff. Let me see. I'll put this right here. And then I'll put these stamps that I got from my daughter-in-law. Oh my gosh, she's just spoiled me rotten with those stamps. So there. Now I'll put that on there like that. And then I'll get my little ink. Get my little ink here. Susan, who are you talking to? Are you not crafting anymore? Who are you talking to? I'm crafting. Yeah. If the pain in my legs stay at bay, I'll be able to stay. Okay, I understand. Yes, Susan, yes, I am crafting every day. Every day I craft. And so, absolutely. There we go. It says harvest time. And so that makes that envelope beautiful. And then, oh, you know what? Yes, I do Zentangle a lot, but I'm going more toward the Zentangle Inspired art. But now today I did put a different, um, yes, I do go back and forth with different things, but I really do love my Zentangle, but I do craft as well. I do other crafts as well. And I go, the thing is, I don't always film my crafts, which I think that maybe I should probably film my crafts a little bit more. But you know, I am one of those that I just feel like everybody does better than me. And so but when I think of something a little bit different than what somebody else is doing, then I usually film that. Like today I did a, a tree art, like um I using just little circle pieces that I punched out. And so yes, I do crafting. I do crafting, and I will be doing crafting for the rest of my life. But right now I really, really, really like doing I really do like doing my Zentangles. So I've been doing a lot with my Zentangles. And oh, thank you, Candy. Thank you. I had fun doing the tree. And usually I probably wouldn't even show something like my tree, because I'm like, is it good enough, you know? But now I'm thinking differently, you know, because I've watched so many other people and with their videos and stuff, and I think, oh, I'll never be that good, you know. And I got to quit thinking that way and still show what I do. What did I do with this stamp envelope? It's supposed to be right here. Okay, I'll put this over here. And so I'm gonna fill up my Happy Mail, my door prize envelope real quick here, because while we wait for some more to get in, and I just have things to put in. I'll just put things in there, okay? And I think everybody likes things, and so gotta cut this one. And ooh, and so, and Tammy, if you are listening, if you see this, I got your envelope. I got your envelope and your money order. So your kit will be sent out tomorrow, and also have your self-addressed stamped envelope. So that will be sent out tomorrow. And so now this here, though, this goes to the magical door prize winner. So I'm gonna get that put in this envelope now, so I don't have to do it later. So, and these are all just little printouts that you can use on your tags or other small embellishments. And I like printing them out small so that you can use them on embellishments. Yes, I do what makes me feel good. That's right, Susan. But yes, I do my crafts. I do, and I have so many things always going at one time. But and then I switch back and forth. I'm going to be showing a lot more of my oh, what do you call it? The or you twist the paper, twisting the paper. Okay, you watch me for me and not just what makes me what make I make necessarily. Okay, good. Thank you. That's wonderful. That's good. I've got a couple things I want to do, and what I'm doing too now is, oh, I had to reach down and get that one that I dropped in the floor. Okay, so I'll put that there, and okay, so then I got that ready. Okay, but I started myself a book. This is my book, Notes, Lists, and Ideas. And so, yeah, quilling. That's it. Quilling, twirling, twirling, quilling. That's the word I'm looking for. You got it. It. So, but I'm writing myself notes. It all, and ideas for. Okay, those are my ideas for. Well, I'll have to put me a yeah. But anyway, oh, thoughts for live streams here, but different ideas I'm putting in for different crafts that I do want to do. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. Different crafts that I do want to do on on video, to show others what I'm doing. So let me see. Let me see now. Let me get my thing here and scoot this just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pull oh yes, plenty of time. I need to pull my 10. I'm going to pull 10 prompts out of my collection. Next week, I'm going to have more because I've already started making some more prompts that are actually going to be fill-ins to go along with the shapes. So it'll be shapes, and I'll have some fill-ins. And so I'm going to pick out 10. And now, don't think you have to use all 10, because on a small, now if you're using a larger piece of paper, then maybe you might want to use all 10. But if you're like, I'm doing mine on tags, so I might only want to use 5. It depends on what, you know what, I'm not even counting these things. I'm just throwing them up here. Now let me see how many I've got there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, by doing the prompts like this gives us ideas. This gives us ideas and of what we want to do maybe on our finished project. So, like I say, I picked 10 to choose from just to give you some inspiration, really. And okay, so here I have the number 2. So I'll write that on the list. Okay, so the number 2 is the number 2. 1 is 2. And the second prompt is a bug. Any kind of a bug. Number 3 is mountain. And see how I did the mountains? That's a mountain. Anything that you would say is a mountain. Number 4 says use a marker. Now, a marker might be, you might use the marker for color, that you want to color something, or maybe you will put one of your shapes in using a marker instead of a pen or pencil, but somehow use a marker. So that was number 4, is a marker. And I have a Sharpie marker here, so I'm going to be using this Sharpie marker. Okay, then I have the number 5 is the and symbol. Now there's more than just this and symbol. There's different and symbols that you can use. And these will start making more sense the farther we get along. And a branch. And see how I drew that branch on there? It's just a branch. These numbers you see at the top are there only for when we pull the door prize. And then I have a fish here. Some neat shapes here. So, and I drew a fish like this on here, but you might draw a different fish. okay? And then a crown. And a window. And the last choice is a pillow. Okay, so those are what our choices are today. Hi, Erin. Good to see you here. Oh, good to see you here. Okay, now using these, I hope you wrote them down, using these little prompts or these little ideas is what is going to create your tangle, not actual tangle, but the form. And you might say, oh, I only want to use 2 of those. Well, if you just want to use 2 of them, then that is just fine. And like here I've got the and symbol. You might just take that and symbol and just fill in one of the spaces with a whole bunch of little and symbols. That might be a fill in for you. And so, hi, Tammy, I got your envelope today. Thank you very much. And I will have your kit sent out tomorrow. Thank you very much. Okay. And so, and then I want to show you also a couple of the fill-ins that I want to, these fill-ins are going to be put onto the cards as well. So like this is called the crescent moon fill-in. And you can fill in any shape with this. Oh, Crafty Kitty has the and symbol right there. Okay, so this is the crescent moon. That goes in very simple. And I'm going to show you how I do that once I get my thing done up. Okay, this is ah. It's just called ah. It kind of looks like fireworks. And you can fill in a shape like that. And then this one here is called Stricercles. Strickles. Stricercles. Strickles. But I like this one too. I think this looks really neat. And this makes a really, really good fill-in as well. So we're going to use those 3. I want to work on those so that we're going a little further down the road here, a little further down the pike, and we keep learning new things. Okay, so now, using these prompts, I'm going to, you know what, I always start with a pencil. And I'm fine, Crafty Kitty. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, I am doing just fine. I've had a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, so I want to, what do I want to do first? I think what I want to do is, I want to do, okay, I'm going to do a pillow. Okay, so I'm going to do a pillow. And for my pillow, I got a nice fluffy pillow here that I'm just going to do right here. That's a very good shape. I know that's hard to see, isn't it, with my pencil? But I got to do it with a pencil because then I can erase the pencil. I'm going to, let me see if I can get a little. Okay, that's as close as I can get. Okay, so I did the pillow. So I'm going to mark that one off, that I did that one. And then a crown. So I'm going to do a crown over my pillow. So that's my crown. It sure don't look like a crown, but it's a crown. And hi, Karen. It is good to see you too, Karen. Thank you for coming. And then, so I got a crown. And then I think I'm going to do a fish. But I'm going to put my fish, I'm going to do a very simple fish. Actually, when you do a fish, all you need to do is sort of have a shape of a lemon. There's your fish's body. And then give him a tail. There you go. And then a little line down here and give him an eye. And there's a fish. Okay, simple as that. So I got me a fish. Now I want, okay, so then we're going to have this mountain in the back. And there's my mountain, sort of like that as a mountain. Okay, so I got a mountain. And let's see, I want to put something. Okay, I'm going to have a branch. Let's see, the branch, the and symbol, a bug, and a number 2. Okay, I'm going to put the number 2. I'm going to put a number 2 in here. And it's like a bubble number 2 because I'm going to be putting tangling inside of there. And so now I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And maybe I'm going to leave it at that for now because I'm still going to use a marker. And I'm going to use the and symbol. But I'm going to use those as fill-ins. So now what I do, I got it all done in pencil. Now I'm going to take my micron pen and I'm going to trace only what I want to keep. Okay, so what I want to keep is my pillow shape, but I want it to go behind the fish. So I'm not going to do that whole. Now I'm going to trace around. I'm going to trace around the fish. So I got my fish because I'm going to keep him. I like my fish. I like little fishies. Okay, I'm going to keep my number 2. And so I'm going to, and I adjusted it just a little bit because then I'm going to erase my pencil lines. Okay, and then my crown. And see, I have my crown. Once you make your pencil lines, and then go over it with your marker, well, with your pen, then you can adjust your pencil lines because you might not be real happy with them. Maybe you'll be happy. Okay, now that's everything that I want kept. So now I'm going to erase my pencil lines. So there's some things that a pencil and the eraser, some people say, in Zentangle, you don't need a eraser. Well, when you do Zentangle style art, then that gives you more freedom to not follow the rules. And this isn't totally Zentangle here. This is a Zentangle style art. So now I'm getting all my pencil lines erased. So, but I did it in pencil first because it's hard to do that, what they call the Hollywood effect of going behind something. It's hard to do that. And so I put this piece of paper and I taped it on here to hopefully that it'll keep me in frame because I have such a bad habit of getting out of frame. And okay, so there we go. Now what we want to do, these are now our shapes that we want to fill in. So what I want to do first, see, and I'm always going to show us a couple of fill-ins through each video, each Wednesday, so that we can learn even some things that we will fill in with. We already know some, and those of you who have went on, have been following along. Hi, Kendra. The ones who have been following along on the series that we've been doing, you know some of them already. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do the crescent moon. Okay, and on my back mountain, you can do it in any of your shapes, but I'm going to do the crescent moon, right here, like this. And so, no, I'll do the front mountain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make first these little half circles. See the ones that are blackened in here? And I'm going to go all along the edge with these little half circles. So whatever one of your, and I'm going to go along the edge of the tag itself. And I can see that it is open all the way around here. I did not close in anything there. So that whole space is going to get crescent mooned. Well, I'm mooning it. I am mooning it. I am mooning it. And so now then each one of these crescent moons, each one of these half circles is going to get puddled in with black. And I'm going to use my black, there we go. I went all the way around that. And I'm going to use my black bigger Sharpie to do that. Hi, Bootsy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, I'm using my big Sharpie because it colors quicker and I can get them puddled in fast. Oh, you know what I need to do? I didn't finish these. Let me get these colored in. I should have, but I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. So we're going to make it work. But I didn't. Maybe make this into two different sections. That's okay. It's all going to work out fine. I think I'm going to really like it when it's done. And you'll see. You will see. You will see. And so I am just coloring these things in, just puddling them in. Hi, Susan Ernst. Oh, Susan has been making mandalas all day today. Those are fun. I have been doing them on rocks. See, I guess I should put this kind of stuff up on my videos, even though they're not perfect. I don't want people to think I'm not crafting. I am. I don't stop. Okay, see now, I wonder if I want, now that just went all the way around. Okay, so I was wondering if I shouldn't have them along these insides of these two, but I'm not going to do that. So now I have all of those around that one place. Now I'm going to go with my echo line, and I'm going to echo around each one. Now some of these are too close to the next shape, so I just go under, do the Holaba effect and go under. And I had a concern from one viewer about me not being certified. No, I am not a certified, and I don't want anybody to think that I am a certified Zentangle instructor, because I'm not. I watch certified Zentangle teachers and I've learned from them all, but I am not certified myself. And so that's why I really, I call it a Learn With Me series, because I am learning and I'm learning from others. So now, see there how I did that? And now what I'm going to do is I did that first. Hi, Polly Ann. Oh, let me see. She said, Left Lizzie a message on your video about a week ago. Let's glue stuff on these tags. Think you missed it. IOP is over and... Oh, Carol, okay. I'll have to look and see. Okay, I'll have to see. I think I did. And I do glue things. I do glue things on my and especially like quotes and things. And I think I did see that message you left. I'm glad you're finished with that surgery. I hope it went well for you. And hopefully now you can actually see what you're looking at. Okay, so there. Oops, and now I want to go. And so I'm going to keep echoing that line until I fill in the space, that one space. And this is what we call the crescent moon. And so lately I just love drawing. It's just something that I never thought I could do. And so I didn't even try. And then once I tried, I said, oh, I can almost do this. And for me, it is so much fun. It is just very relaxing. And so I just keep on keeping on with it. Okay, so there I have, now I can still do shading in this piece right here, but I'm going to now, so now that one is filled in. That one piece is filled right in. I left details of my channel. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Lizzie. Okay, I'm going to check on that to be sure. And Carol, I'm going to do that. Now, for my number two, now I have two other things here. This one here is called the ah. It's just ah, because that's what you say when you watch fireworks. Ah, and this is what this looks like here. So I'm going to go in the background of my tag. I'm going to do that ah, and so, and actually this here is how the instructions show it to be done, is to just put these little stems out and then put just a little dot on the end of each stem. And now you can go with as many stems as you want out from there. And it just makes just a larger ah. You get a louder and larger ah out of that. And it does almost looks like you're doing fireworks. And so, but then see how some of these in here, I didn't leave the spaces in between the lines. Over here, these smaller ones, I just made the little cross thing. So if you're doing little smaller ones, just put an X and then another X and then just put your little dots on the end, and that makes it a lot simpler, and especially if you're going to make some smaller ones. And so, and I want them to just be, and to make them really look like fireworks, you can use different colors, and that would be so pretty too. And so, and then you can make it so it's sort of off the edge of your paper. And there. So now I use this one that is called the ah. This one that we call the strickles. STRIRCLES. I can't say that. I can't get that RIR together. But anyhow, somebody said, hi, Jerry. I say hi, Jerry, too. Hi, Jerry. Oh, Shalma, hi. Oh my God, I talked to Shalma on the phone one day, and that was just wonderful to talk to her. Oh, Karen's hubby Jerry. Okay, that's who we're saying. Yes. Do you make your wrist warmers? No, I could make them, but these ones were made by my daughter-in-law. But I sure do like them. People tell me I should be certified, but not in Zentangle. Oh, maybe I don't know what you should be certified in. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is good to see you, Shalma. It's been a long time since I'm glad that you're here. Okay, now I'm going to go with my number two. And on my number two, I'm just going to put circles because I love to do the little orbs, the little circles. And so I'm just going to fill in that number two with my circles. Now, see, when it says number two on there, you could actually do a Roman numeral two as well. Or maybe you would write out the whole word two. And because, see, now that would be up to you. It's just to give you some kind of a inspiration to do whatever you find fit. And now, see here, now when I do this, now I go around and see, I just put all those little orbs in my number two, but I'm going to color around them with the black. I'm just going to go in with the black and do a fill in and puddle around the orbs. And it makes those orbs pop just a little bit. And popping is good. And you're making popcorn and it starts popping. Ooh, yeah. Smells good, sounds good. You're ready for the movies. And my daughter cooked for us again tonight, and she made Belgian waffles. Oh my gosh. I've never had a Belgian waffle in my life. But she made Belgian waffles. She brought over her waffle iron. Okay, so there's my number two. Now, I'm going to take my crown, and I'm going to fill my crown using the strickles. That's the only way I do. Hi, Mandy. Good to see you. My goodness, Mandy. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, for my strickles, you can do it either way. You can either make the circles first or the stripes first. So maybe they're strikes, but anyway. So I'm going to do first, I'm going to do stripes. I'm going to do a stripe down here and a stripe down here and a stripe down here in my crown. Okay, now I'm going to put in the circles. But you see how some of the circles are in the spaces and some of the circles are right over the lines. So now I'm going to put a circle here over the line, in between the line, put one over here, put one up part circle on that top tip of that crown up there, that point of the crown, and I'm putting my circles in wherever I want to put them in. Now we go on this one now, every other. So now like on this, there's 1, 2, 3 lines. Here I got 1, 2, 3 lines. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Okay, so now I'm going to take my heavy marker again, and I'm going to color the circles in on the first piece, on the first section. And then skip the second section and color the circles in on the third section. And that's the only place I'm going to color those circles in. Then I'm going to go on the other two sections and I'm going to color in the space, not the circles, but the space. And hopefully I do this correctly. A lot of times when I'm doing this on my own, the word I use a lot is oops. And so hopefully I don't have to say oops. But I think this is a really awesome look right here. Actually, this is beginning to look like a crown for a jester. I like my jesters. I don't like, I'm not much for a clown, and I don't know if a jester is probably closely related to a clown, but I love a jester and a joker. See, so how that crown turned out? And I may even, who's, hi, honey bunny.
Hi, we're just gonna go to Alex. Do you need anything?
No, I don't need anything. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, darling. Okay. Now, oh my daughter's going to go to the grocery store, and of course, she always asks if there's anything I need. And nope, don't need anything this time. She's wonderful to have around. Okay, so I just outlined that crown so it shows up a little bit more. Okay, so now I use this one. I use the awe, I use the strickles, and I use the crescent moon. I used those three on here, but now one of the prompts was, okay, Candy, thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by. It's good. And Patricia Stubbs, did I even say hello to you? I get so busy. And Polly Ann, yes, I think it's Polly Ann. And so, yes, so now I'm going to, now I'm going to be using some of my, okay, I'm using that the and symbol, the and symbol. I'm going to put him on my fish, the and symbol. How come right now it's just it's just left me what it even looks like. Oh yeah, here we go. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch of them. Look at this. How come I can't? Sometimes my brain just, Gail, if you want to go ahead and do the door prize now, you go right on ahead, because if you get then if you get to where you have to leave early, then that's fine. And so these and symbols almost look like my little what do you call them on little fish? Scales, fish scales. And so I'm just filling it up with and symbols. And that is what you can do. You do not have to have certified Zentangle. I don't know what I'm doing here. My and single, and I'm going to put some dots in between the spates there. And so there we go. And you know what I'm going to do to his tail? I'm going to make his tail look like a little piano keyboard. That's what I'm going to do on his little tail, a little piano keyboard, just a little bitty one. And so, yes, anytime, you can go ahead and do that door prize. We don't have to have a particular time that we do the door prize, but we do have to do the door prize. So this is a musical fish because he's got a little keypad, a keyboard on his tail. Here, see my little fish. He's got a keyboard on his tail. And then, let's see, for his, oh, I got to give him a little pupil in his eye so he can see where he's going, and then have him smile. And then I'll just kind of echo that line on his little head. And so then I can put a fill in. Okay, so, okay, I used my marker and I didn't draw a bug. I used the and symbol and I didn't do a branch and I didn't do a window. So that's okay. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. 7 of those I've used. I've used 7 of those. I'm going to go ahead and do the floors right here because I like that one too. So on this part of the mountain, he's just going to have a floors. So I like that one too. That's a really good fill-in. And then, like I told you last week, that you could like only do, if you're doing a tag, you could do only and leave the bottom without anything. And then that is where you can always add a word or a anything, something that you add to it. Ooh, she said stop. She said stop. I saw her say stop that time. Okay, so now I'm going to that means it's time for me to pull a number. Cut the cards and we'll cut them again a couple times here. And I'm going to quickly pull a number here and I'll get this one. The number is 97. 97. Yep, well, we have 19 people here, so everybody has a better chance. The number is 97. So who come closest to 97? It shows me that we have 19 people here today, and 19 is beautiful. If I had 19 people in my living room would be filled. So having 19 friends is better than having only 18. So which one of my friends came closest to 97? Aaron. Okay. Wow. 87. Okay, so then this goes to Aaron. Aaron. And I have your address, Aaron. So I'll get that mailed out to you tomorrow. And I'm finishing my floors right here now. And I think this is a very pretty fill-in, is the floors, which is just basically a checkerboard with a diamond drawn in the middle at each intersection. And I think I use that one a lot lately. And I think it looks pretty. And I like when you're actually, hi, Asia. Very nice to see you here. This sounds like a new name, and you are so welcome being here. Thank you so much. I'm not even going to try and say your last name, Abrulaham. Asia Abrulaham. That's my guess. It is so good to see you here. We always welcome new people, and you might not be new. It could be that I just haven't seen your name before because I'm not very good at watching the chat. But we are doing, we do Zentangle on Wednesdays. It's a Zentangle Inspired art is what we do on Wednesdays. On Saturdays, I also have a live stream, and at that time, I do something different. I don't do Zentangles on them days. On my channel, on Just Standalone videos, now those you will find different crafty, artsy things that I do, whatever strikes my fancy at the moment. And so I do a lot of paper crafting. I do just right now it's mostly paper crafting. But but please, um, join also join our unicorn group. Our unicorn group, the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorns on Facebook is where we can always post a lot of our oh, you are not new. Okay, so that means I just have not seen your name just isn't ringing a bell right now. And so, but that is on me because I don't watch the chat all that good. I'm getting better. I'm getting better, but I don't watch it all that well. And so I think I've got space right in here around the number 2. And I think what I want to do is I want to put a word in there. And so I'm going to just write believe. That is like one of my most favorite words is believe. So I'll just put that word right in there, and then you can decorate that word up a little bit by putting maybe little dots on the end of each stem of the word. You can, and I love a word. I love a positive word. Um, One day I would like, maybe Saturday I'll do it, but I want to make a list of positive words. So I'm going to be asking. Okay, thank you so much, Gail. You are always so much help, and I hope you get to feeling better really, really quickly. And so, but thank you so much, Gail. You are always so awesome. And so, yes. And so, but I love to. I want to make myself a list of positive words, and then I can add that list to the files in the files in the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn group that people can download and print out as well, because I know I'm always looking for positive words. And so I'm going to ask, so you all get be writing your list down now, and so then when it comes Saturday, good night, Shalma. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh my goodness, it is so good. It's just like you're in my heart. I remember when we chatted on the phone and it was so wonderful. Okay, so anyway, and then when you're doodling, when you're doing any kind of doodle art, you just kind of you can just go with um whatever strikes your fancy. Just whatever strikes your fancy. So I'm kind of putting some orbs in here, just put some circles in here. And maybe these ones I'll just have bubbles. These are just bubbles. I'm not going to just that many there. That's enough. I don't want to lose my belief there. If I put too many bubbles around the word, then I won't get to see the word as much. But that's my tag. Now I could add to that. I could put a quote right across the top, or another word right across the top, or anything like that. But and that is totally up to you. Now here is, let's see, this is one we did one night. We had a dragonfly in there, a hand and a foot. And this one here I added made with love. This one I did with a lot of color and then added the made with love. And so I got to get my tags in order. I have so many tags hanging up here that in little booklets. I want to get them in order. And that's where I said before I was going to get them in order. but I haven't got them in order. And so that was fun. That was fun. I find this to be a lot of fun. And doodling is such a great um it's such a great, oh, just calming. It's just such a good calming practice. If you just start doodling and just amazing. It's amazing how calm it can make you. Yeah, see, now I want some stitching here. And after you do it a while, I have got a few ladies that do this regularly and follow along with the videos, and they post their images that they've made, and I love it. I just love it. You know what? And then one of them was a bug. You know what you can do for a bug? You can just make a half circle right up here on this edge, a half circle, and put two little antennas. Do you see that? I just made a half circle in there with his two little feelers. And I just put a bug. He's just crawling right up the top of that mountain. That's just a little bug. I could put a bug right here too. Let's see. I'm put one. There's gonna be his friend is gonna be down here walking on this number 2. Just a half circle and puddle him in and put two little feelers on the front. And he's like a little beetle bug. The little beetle bug. See him? There's one right there. There's one right there. So there's some little bugs. And the more you do on your tangles, the more that you learn. Then like this here, where I echoed all these lines of the crescent moon, I can go in and maybe just put some graphite in. Ooh, there was a mosquito. And just to kind of, yeah. Oh, there it is. Just to kind of give that a little bit of depth so I just went along and went in through that, and then I'll just blend that in with my blending stump. And see that? And then maybe I'd even go around the first. What's the matter, Oliver? You got itch. Oliver. Poor Oliver. He's got an itch. And so I'm going to just go ahead and color these in. I'm just kind of putting some shading, just some little shading, and it's amazing when you got your black and white, and then you have a little in between, which is the shading, the gray. Oliver. Oh, Oliver. I think my dogs are being invaded by some kind of an allergy, something that's falling out of the trees or something. Because you want to bite their tails. We have no fleas. No fleas. We've searched for fleas. But no fleas. They take a medication so that they don't get fleas. And so there we go. We're just going to get those. Yeah, maybe he just needs my loving. And there. See, now that makes the difference already by doing a little bit of shading. And I love this tag. And if you're going to put that in a journal or something, that is pretty in a journal. But I'm not making this month. I didn't do a September daily, but I am doing one starting in October. That's going to be all tags. And it's all going to have something to do with the month of October or the month of October, or something to do with fall or autumn. There is Oktoberfest and so I'm going to have some things to do with German. Columbus Day is in October, so I'm going to have one tag that has to do with Columbus Day. I have a few birthdays in my family in October, so those are going to be, they're each going to get a tag in, but they're all going to be mine though. They're going to be in my they're all going to be in my in my tag journal, in a tag journal, because I've made so many journals. I've got so many journals, and then they just sit on my shelf, and I haven't. Well, I'm working on them now by using them as photo journals, and that's a slow process too. But I'm getting them done, and then but my tag journals, it's going to be a tag a day, so I'm going to have my then my November journal, my November daily is going to be all about things that I'm grateful for, and any other, Thanksgiving and stuff with the grateful things, and still fall, and then Christmas, of course. And then in December, there's so many things. Again, I have birthdays, family birthdays in December, and then there's Christmas, and there's Hanukkah, and there's Kwanzaa. There's so many things then. And so that's what I want to do in all of my in my little tag journals. So and I'm going to be doing them regular. Now now see, this here is part of there. I came back now. Huh, I don't know. Okay, so here, and then I cut this little image out of a greeting card. All of my circles that I punched are punched out of are out of are all out of oh God, I can't think. Like used greeting cards. And then I punched all my, and then on the outside, all the outside perimeter was punched out of book pages. And so now I want to do, I started a couple things with like this. I did a mixed media. And what I did is I just have some paper, just some, oh, let me see. I have to get my little, get that in the way there. Okay, now, what happened to my, oh, here it is. I want to set you back a little bit. So this was a mixed media kind of thing that I did. But what I did was I used one of these pages where because I have the punch, I have this confetti punch that punches out many different circles of different sizes. And so then I get them circles of different sizes, and that's what I use on my trees. And or whatever. That's all I've done so far is just trees using these circles. Well, let me see. There's another tree that I did. This one looks more like a tree. This one I put glitter in it as well. And the little dogs, they come out of a card. But then I have these papers. And so I used the paper, and I glued the paper then onto just scraps of cardstock on the back. So then they pop through. The color just pops through the circles then. And then I kind of inked. I used a stamp and some ink. Then I just glued on some papers and little things here and there just to decorate it up. This was another card that I just pulled. This one here I just took out. I punched holes out of, but I don't want to throw it away. I think that is so pretty. And I'm going to use these to continue to make different things. And then there was one more tree. This was the first one I did. But see, I do this, and then I put the golden matte medium. I glue it on with golden matte medium. Then I go over it with golden matte medium when it's done. But here I also used watercolor. I use, and I think I did on this one too. Yes, watercolor to put color on the book page spots. So that's an idea. And then to keep, I have learned to keep stuff from sticking, because I have learned that if you use Mod Podge or anything you use will, it will stick to the page before it. And if you leave it too long, but I use wax. This is beeswax. I have learned this trick from Shannon Green. This is unscented beeswax furniture polish. And I take that and I rub all over it with my finger, over the top with this beeswax. And then I take a paper towel and I buff it all down. So then you don't feel the wax, but it protects this from sticking to the page in front of it. So if I had another page here that was made this same way, they wouldn't stick together because the beeswax polish, you polished it away. And so, but I like to just, I do different things with my paper, just different things in my book. Now, but yes, and so, and then I've been working on my tags. I've been doing my Zentangle. I love my Zentangle. I do a lot of sewing. I haven't, because I've made masks and yes, Daddy Van's wax. Do you use that, Patricia? I love it. I think it's absolutely amazing. And it's just beeswax is all it is. And I learned that from Shannon Green. And she's been around, she's been around, and so she's learned so much, and then she shares what she learns with all of us. And I just found this laying there on my desk. I have to put that on something. It's so pretty. And so Eileen Bremer from Delaware. Yeah, it is. The beeswax is amazing. And if you get a can of this beeswax, and it's called Daddy Van's All Natural Unscented Beeswax, this can will last you forever. You will never run out. And I've had it for a while, so I don't remember how much I paid for it. But it is amazing. And that's what I use it for, is to protect my pages from sticking together. Anything that I do with, I'm working on this when I started, and this is my collaging. This was a page out of a fairy book, and this was a fairy, and I put her there, but then I put just stuff around these chipmunks. Why would I put them with a fairy? I don't know. Just because they were there. And so I put them there, and I put some edges, and I put some woodland pictures here and there's glitter on her. And I'm not finished with this yet. I'm going to still do a little bit more, but then I'm going to go over this whole thing also. I'm going to coat it with the sealer, with the matte medium over the whole top of this too. And then on the back, I'm working on this one. And this one, I've got a lot of circles in here. Got some glitter. This was another picture of another fairy. But it was kind of, hi, River City. Good to see you here. And this was another fairy, but I didn't think it looked like a fun fairy. And so it looks more like a frog. So I gave him some glasses. And I gave him an ice cream cone hat. And then I found some different images from around. And then here is some more of my punches, my waste from my punches. And so I glued that on there. And this one's not finished either. I start something and I don't finish it right away. I might go in and color. I might go with watercolor and color in over these circles that I punched and put them, because there was some wording here and I wanted to cover up the words. So I covered them with different words. And so, but I have fun doing this. And then I'm going to put 3 holes in there, and I've got a 3-ring binder that I keep something like this in. And everything in my 3-ring binder, nothing matches. Nothing really matches. It's just fun things. That's all it is. Fun things. And so and that's what we do. We do what is fun. And there's some people that they like to crochet and that's all they do is crochet. Nothing else. All that's in their house is crochet hooks and yarn. Well, I like to crochet, but I have to do about 150 other things too. And so I always have something different going on. And but I have fun. It keeps me busy. It keeps me sane. It keeps me happy. And like my husband says, if it makes you happy, it tickles the poop out of me. But he doesn't say poop because he's potty mouth. But and so Erin Morrison won the door prize today. So I'm going to get this mailed off to her tomorrow. And everybody can always use the little see, like these, if you win the door prize and you win like these, like here's the word hope, you could maybe take that little tiny word hope and put that in the corner of a tag. And then I think once you have a word in the corner of your tag or somewhere on your tag, it really finishes the tag. These ones here are some Halloween chocolate worm cakes. Yeah. But anyway, and then here is some just little phrases. And what I do is I cut them. I print them small so you can cut them and add them to a tag or something small. Even if you're only doing a one piece, because you can take a tag and do one tangle over the whole thing. And you can take then, if you do only one tangle over the whole thing, and then take one of these little little things. It says there is always something to be thankful for. These are wonderful. This one says do something today that your self future will thank you for. And so take one of these, mat it with black, put it on your tangle, and you will love it. And then here's some autumn ones. Here's some little bitty butterflies. And then these are the same as the little ones, but I cut them bigger. So these ones I printed a little bit bigger, so you get two different sizes here. But I try to put these words in anybody who wins a door prize. Now, another thing, if you want those words and you don't win the door prize, if you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and a little note that you would like dictionary words, well, then these will come back. The dictionary words will come back to you in the self-addressed stamped envelope that you send me. And these go to Erin, so always there'll be a door prize. Oh, maybe I should put this on in Erin's envelope. Oh, yeah, maybe. I'll put my return address there. This is not really autumn looking, but that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? See, you just never know what you're going to think about doing next. I'm going to just put that on that envelope. I'm going to just glue this on here. And I'm going to, come on, glue. We don't have all day. Yeah, Bootsy says he can't. You got to change. I've seen Bootsy do different things. He works with yarn. He works with different fibers. He does sewing. And that's what you do. I think I would get so bored if I only did one craft or one type of art. I would get so bored with it. So I like to, and I've got like jillions of unfinished projects going. Jillions. And so that'll dry by morning, Erin. Put in the mailbox. I put my return address there, but my envelope. Where's my envelope? Oh, that's supposed to have all. Oh, there it is. Gosh, geez, Prisma. I found it. Put this little stamp on there. There we go. Put that there. Gosh, I haven't had no winners from overseas. I'm just going to have to send somebody a happy meal. Just so I can use a happy meal, just so I can use up my over the rivers and through the wood stamps. Okay, put them back where they belong. There we go. Now just put your St. Augustine, Florida address in there. And this will dry on here. There, see? That's pretty. Oh, and I'm still working. I haven't done your postcard yet. Erin. But I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah, that's why people like us always keep our spouses on their toes. That's right. They never know what we're going to do. They never know what we're going to do. Oh, Papa says he says you'd be amazed at what we know. Okay, I'm gonna look here now and remember now for Saturday, have inspirational words or words, positive words, because I'm gonna be working in my book. In my book, I'm going to start a list of positive words because, and then I'm gonna write, I might even write them up on little thingies. I don't know, I'll do something with them. But anyway, here, let's see. I read that one recently. I read that one. Okay. Believe that life is sacred. Listen to your life. See it for the fathomless mystery that it is. Touch, taste, smell your way to the holy and hidden heart of it, because in the last analysis, all moments are key moments, and life itself is grace. That's good. I gotta read that. I gotta read that again. Listen to your life. See it for the fathomless mystery that it is. Touch, taste, smell your way to the holy and hidden heart of it, because in the last analysis, all moments are key moments, and life itself is grace. That was written by Frederick Buchner. And Frederick, thank you for writing them words, because those are things we always understand and believe that life is sacred. And so thank you all so much for coming and watching and hanging out with me for the last hour and 10 minutes. And I look forward to seeing you again on Saturday. And Saturday is when I will have one auction item. Plus, I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as crafting, but we're going to do something. There is something I want to make. And I want to start making a little bird. I seen a picture of one, and I looked at that picture today, and I said, I want to make that bird, and I think I can. And so I may make that bird, and maybe that be what I'll do on Saturday, is get my bird started. And so, but I think I can do that. And so that might be what I'll do on Saturday. And I don't know yet what's going to be on my one auction item, but it'll be something good. I sent off just yesterday, sent off my one auction item from last Saturday. Got that sent off. And so, yep. And so, Erin, you will be getting this in the mail. And thank you all for coming. May God watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I will see you on the next video. Stay safe.